Selena Gomez. You probably know her from the Disney Channel hit Wizards of Waverly Place. But she's come a long way since her days as a teenage wizard. Selena has become a major force in both the music and film industries, with chart-topping songs like Lose You to Love Me and starring roles in projects like Only Murders in the Building. But she's not just an entertainer. Selena's also a mental health advocate, producer, and businesswoman who's built a powerful connection with fans around the world. So how did she do it all? Let's find out. Before the fame, before the world tours, red carpets, and platinum albums, Selena Gomez was just a girl from Grand Prairie, Texas, a small city with big skies and even bigger dreams. She was born Selena Marie Gomez on July 22, 1992. Her parents were Ricardo Gomez and Mandy Teefy. Her mom, Mandy, was just 16 years old when Selena came into the world, young but determined to give her daughter the best life possible. Selena's early years weren't easy. After her parents separated when she was 5, Selena was raised primarily by her mother. The two faced financial hardships. At times, Mandy would struggle to afford even basic necessities. Selena has spoken about times when they searched for quarters just to put gas in the car. But those tough years shaped who Selena would become. She's often described her mom as her hero, her rock. Mandy worked multiple jobs and even returned to school while raising Selena, showing her daughter what strength, sacrifice, and determination looked like. From a very young age, Selena showed a fascination with the arts. Her mom, who had a background in community theater, would rehearse lines and perform in local plays. Selena, just a toddler at the time, would sit backstage and watch in awe. That's when the spark was lit. She started mimicking scenes from movies, performing for her family, and even singing around the house. It became clear that this little girl had a gift and a big personality to match. At just 7 years old, Selena landed her very first acting role on Barney and Friends. She played the character Gianna, and during her time on the show, she met another rising star, Demi Lovato. The two became fast friends and would go on to have careers that often crossed paths. Though Barney might seem like a simple kids' show, it was a major stepping stone. It gave Selena her first taste of the entertainment world, and she loved it. From there, she started auditioning for more roles, traveling with her mom to castings, and slowly working her way up in the industry. But behind the talent was a girl heavily influenced by her background. Selena's father is of Mexican descent, and her name, Selena, was actually a tribute to the late Tejano singer Selena Quintanilla, who was a huge inspiration to her family. Growing up with this rich cultural heritage gave her an appreciation for music that went beyond pop. She listened to Tejano, Latin pop, old-school rock, and mainstream hits, an eclectic mix that would later influence her own sound as a singer. So from a small town in Texas, raised by a single teenage mom, Selena Gomez began her journey, armed with passion, talent, and a powerful will to succeed. She wasn't handed anything. She earned every opportunity. And this was just the beginning. Every superstar has that first big break. And for Selena Gomez, it all started with a purple dinosaur. At just 7 years old, Selena landed a recurring role on the hit children's show Barney and Friends. She played Gianna, and even then, her charisma and confidence stood out. This wasn't just a cute kid with stage presence. This was someone born to perform. Fun fact: while on Barney, Selena became close friends with Demi Lovato, another rising star. The two would audition for roles together and became known as a power duo even before they hit their teenage years. But Barney was just the beginning. After leaving the show in 2004, Selena began landing small roles on TV, including guest appearances on Disney Channel hits like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Hannah Montana, where she played a pop rival to Miley Cyrus's character. Then in 2007, everything changed. Selena Gomez was cast as Alex Russo in Wizards of Waverly Place, a witty, sarcastic teenage wizard growing up in a magical family in New York City. The show was an instant hit. Selena's performance brought humor, heart, and relatability to the role. She wasn't just a Disney kid. She became the face of the Disney Channel for a new generation. The show ran for 4 seasons, earned multiple Emmy Awards, and launched Selena into full-blown teen stardom. She wasn't just acting anymore, she was becoming a brand. And she wasn't stopping there. While filming Wizards of Waverly Place, Selena also began focusing on her music career. In 2009, she formed a pop-rock band called Selena Gomez and The Scene. Their debut album, Kiss and Tell, went gold, and their singles like Naturally, Who Says, and Love You Like a Love Song dominated the charts and became teen anthems. Selena wasn't just a singer or an actress, she was a triple threat: acting, singing, and performing live while maintaining a squeaky clean image that fans looked up to. By the time she turned 18, Selena had a hit TV show, a gold album, and a rapidly growing global fan base. She was already becoming one of the most recognizable faces in entertainment. From a supporting role on Barney to headlining stadium tours, Selena Gomez's rise to fame was meteoric, but it was also built on years of work, determination, and passion. And as you'll see, she was only getting started. Selena Gomez had already conquered television. She had proven herself with Wizards of Waverly Place and built a strong fan base with her band, Selena Gomez and The Scene. But by 2012, she was ready for something bigger, something personal. It was time to go solo. In 2013, Selena released her first solo album, Stars Dance, and it was a game-changer. The lead single, Come and Get It, blended Indian-inspired instrumentation with pop and showed a more mature, confident side of Selena. It shot up the Billboard Hot 100 and became her first top 10 single as a solo artist. She was no longer seen as just a Disney star. Selena was evolving into a full-fledged pop icon. In 2015, she released Revival, an album that truly lived up to its name. Tracks like Good For You, Same Old Love, and Hands to Myself reflected a sultry, edgier version of Selena, both musically and visually. The album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. It was bold, it was vulnerable, and most importantly, it was 100% her. But her most powerful musical moment came in 2019. That year, Selena released Lose You to Love Me, a raw, emotional ballad about heartbreak, healing, and rediscovery. It marked her first-ever #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. Written during one of the most vulnerable times in her life, the song connected deeply with fans. It was more than a breakup anthem, it was a declaration of self-love. Selena has since continued to evolve musically. Her 2020 EP Revelación, her first Spanish-language project, paid tribute to her Mexican roots and showed her versatility as an artist, unafraid to explore new sounds and cultures. Over the years, Selena has racked up an impressive list of achievements. Over 210 million records sold worldwide, multiple Billboard Music Awards, American Music Awards, and MTV VMAs named Billboard's Woman of the Year in 2017. But more than just the trophies, her music has connected with people, helping them through heartbreaks, identity struggles, and everything in between. Selena Gomez isn't just a singer. She's a storyteller. And through every lyric and melody, she continues to redefine herself and inspire millions to do the same. Behind the spotlight, beneath the stage lights, and beyond the millions of followers, Selena Gomez has lived much of her personal life in public view. And while she's always tried to keep parts of herself private, there's one area of her life that has constantly made headlines: her relationships. Her most talked about relationship began in 2010, when she started dating pop superstar Justin Bieber. The two were young, wildly famous, and instantly became one of the most followed celebrity couples in the world. Fans called them Jelena. But behind the fairy tale image, things weren't always picture perfect. Their on and off relationship lasted for nearly a decade, filled with public breakups, emotional reunions, and intense media scrutiny. It wasn't just a love story, it was a cultural obsession. The emotional weight of that relationship deeply impacted Selena. In interviews, she's described it as beautiful, but also painful and complicated. And that pain became art. You promised the world, and I fell for it. That 2019 ballad was widely seen as her emotional goodbye to that chapter in her life. Over the years, Selena has also been linked to other well-known names, like The Weeknd, Zayn Malik, and even rumors surrounding Chris Evans. But unlike before, she's learned to draw a boundary between her heart and the headlines. As of now, Selena is not married, and, based on public information, she appears to be single. In fact, in 2023, she joked on social media that she was single by choice and focusing on self-love and mental health. Her journey through relationships, both the highs and the heartbreaks, has helped shape her music and her public image. She's no longer the girl chasing fairy tale love. She's a woman who has learned to love herself first. In the end, Selena Gomez's personal life hasn't been defined by who she's dated, but by how she's grown. From a small-town girl in Texas to a global icon worth over $95 million, Selena Gomez has turned her talent into an empire. She's not just a singer and actress, she's also a savvy businesswoman. Selena's wealth comes from her music, acting, producing, endorsements, and more recently, her own beauty brand, Rare Beauty. The brand launched in 2020 and quickly became one of the most successful celebrity beauty lines, praised for its inclusivity and message of self-acceptance. But for Selena, success isn't just about numbers, it's about impact. She's long been a champion for mental health awareness, using her platform to break the stigma and speak openly about her own journey. In fact, Rare Beauty donates 1% of all sales to the Rare Impact Fund, which aims to raise $100 million for mental health services over the next decade. And that's not all. Selena has supported dozens of causes over the years: UNICEF, as one of their youngest ambassadors, lupus research, women's rights, disaster relief, and anti-bullying campaigns. Fashion, fame, and financial success may define the headlines. But it's her heart and her mission to help others that truly defines Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez is more than just a star on screen. She's a powerful force behind it too. As a producer, Selena is changing the game in Hollywood. She's the executive producer of hit shows like 13 Reasons Why and Only Murders in the Building, blending entertainment with deeper themes like mental health, identity, and trauma. These aren't just projects. They're conversations. They spark real dialogue. They challenge the status quo. And they show Selena's commitment to meaningful storytelling. She's also a passionate advocate for diversity and representation. As a Latina woman in the entertainment industry, Selena uses her platform to uplift underrepresented voices, on screen and off. Whether she's casting more inclusive roles or producing culturally rich stories, she's opening doors for the next generation. And let's not forget, Selena practically rewrote the rules of social media. With over 400 million Instagram followers, she's one of the most followed women in the world. But instead of chasing trends, she sets them with honesty, vulnerability, and authenticity. She talks about what matters. She connects. She inspires. From the studio to the red carpet, from TikTok to Hollywood boardrooms, Selena Gomez isn't just shaping culture. She's leading it. From a small-town girl in Texas to a global superstar who's conquered music, acting, business, and beyond, Selena Gomez's journey has been nothing short of extraordinary. She's turned pain into purpose, struggles into strength, and fame into a platform for change. But the story isn't over. Selena continues to grow, personally and professionally. With new music on the horizon, an expanding beauty empire, and her eyes set on directing and writing. Her next chapter is just beginning. Selena Gomez is more than a celebrity. She's a voice of resilience, a champion of honesty, and a role model for a generation learning to love themselves, flaws and all. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and let us know your favorite Selena moment in the comments.